Hello everybody, Dagmar Bryant, Mindset and Transformational Coach, coming to you today to talk about mindset and disruption. Let me ask you a question. How do you cope with disruption? Think about it. There is a lot of disruption going on in the world right now, whether we're talking about the pandemic, or we're talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. There's disruption in our workplace. There's disruption with our homes. There's so much of it going on right now. How are you coping? Are you the person who is out there embracing change, wanting to do things differently and accepting that change is upon you? Or are you the person who's kind of like going, no, I'm not really coping very well at all and I don't want to be involved and leave me on the sidelines? Now, irrespective of which of those categories that you fall into, it's actually okay. There's nothing wrong with fitting into one side or the other, or maybe you're somewhere in between. The main point of this is to establish, well, how do you cope with disruption? I would suggest to you that disruption in a lot of ways is a good thing. Now, maybe not in the case of perhaps an earthquake or a hurricane or a tornado, but disruption often is also known as a correction. Like I said, think about what's going on in the world right now. Black Lives Matter needed to happen for people to have more equality. What's going on is important for there to be a greater balance, or at least I hope that's going to be the outcome of it all. I don't quite know the result of what's going to happen with the pandemic, but either way, we have to adjust to the circumstances of what's going on around us. It's in our interest to be proactive versus reactive. The pandemic pretty much got thrown on us because it wasn't there and then it was. So we had to react to the circumstances. But how do you react? Have you reacted in a way that has been constructive for you? Have you been able to adapt to the different circumstances in a way that has been positive, or at least partially positive, rather than being reactive and having nothing to fall back on? You see, when we come from the position of being reactive, it forces us to adapt, and that doesn't give us a position of strength. When we are proactive, even when we have to react to circumstances like with the pandemic, and it causes a lot of disruption, we are still able to take back some of that power, to take back some of that control. And I would suggest that is a good thing. So disruption can be unexpected. It can create havoc. It can create change. That in itself doesn't have to be a bad thing, because it depends on how you adapt, how you react, and how you empower yourself to make your life better from those circumstances that are forced upon you. Tell me, how have you reacted to the various disruptive things that have gone on around you? Have you been able to react positively, or have you been kind of fearful, sitting in the background, hoping that things will go back to the old ways? Talk to me. Let me know about your circumstances, and let's have a discussion. Proactive or reactive? Which is better? Thanks for listening, guys. If you happen to like this video, share it with your friends and like and comment on the various things that I have mentioned. Talk to you again tomorrow.